Welcome to the Uganda Masala, and today we are going to look at the top 10 ethnic tribes in Uganda. We urge you to subscribe to Uganda Masala in order not to miss any video concerning Uganda, the political, social and economic setup of Uganda. Tribes in Uganda and their population can be classified in two wide linguistic ethnic groups. In the central, southern, and western parts of the country are occupied by the Bantu-speaking majority, and the eastern, northern, and northwestern part of the country is occupied by the non-Bantu-speaking group. Belonging to many ethnic groups, Ugandans speak over 30 different African languages. English and Swahili are the country's official languages. The largest group is the Baganda, and they speak Luganda. Most people produce their own food and eat 2 meals a day, lunch and supper. Breakfast is often a cup of tea and porridge. Meals are prepared by women and girls. Men and boys above age of 12 do not sit in the kitchen. Here is the list of the top 10 tribes of Uganda. We are beginning with the Baganda. Baganda tribes are called as kingsmen because of their significant role of their king, the Kabaka, in the political, social, and economic culture institution. The Kabaka ruled over a hierarchy of chiefs who collected taxes in the form of food, livestock. All of the portions received are distributed through the hierarchy, eventually reaching the Kabaka's palace in the form of taxes. The Baganda are located along the north and western shores of Lake Victoria in the east of the African nation of Uganda. The former capital of Uganda is now occupied by the Baganda. It is south to the Bunyoro Kingdom and west to Nile River. Baganda is the largest tribe in Uganda. It comprises of more than 1/4 of Uganda's total land mass. The Baganda speak a Bantu language called Uganda. Like other African languages, Uganda is tonal, meaning that some words are differentiated by pitch. The Baganda is the most dominant tribe in Uganda, and their population is around 35 million. The majority of the people present in Uganda are Christians, whereas some follow Catholics and some are Protestants. About 15 to 20% are Muslims who follow Islam. The main food, a plantain, which is boiled, steamed, and served with groundnuts. Other few foods include eggs, fish, beans, walnuts, beef, chicken, and goats, as well as termites and grasshoppers in seasons. Banyankole. The Banyankole is located in southwestern Uganda. The Mugabe king was an absolute ruler. He claimed all the cattle throughout the country as his own. Chiefs were ranked by the number of cattle they possessed. Banyankole is divided into a high-ranked caste of pastoralists and lower-ranked caste of farmers. The Bahima are cattle herders, and Bail are farmers who also care for goats and sheep. The Banyankole speak Bantu language called Runyankole. In this language, nouns are composed of modifiers known as prefixes, as infixes and suffixes. Legends and tales teach proper moral behavior to the young. Both men and women excel in verbal art verbal art form with emphasizing riddles and proverbs. Folktales draw on themes such as royalty, cattle, hunting, and other concerns of Banyankole. The majority of Banyankole are Christians and celebrate Christian holidays, including Christmas and Easter. The dressing style differentiates Banyankole by rank and gender. Chiefs traditionally wore long robes of cow skins. Ordinarily, citizens wear a small portion of cow skins over their shoulders. Today, Banyankole wear modern Western style clothing. The Bahima herders consume milk and butter and drink fresh blood from their cattle. Beef is also a very important food. Buttermilk is drunk by women and children only. Children can eat rabbit, but men eat only the meat of cow and buffalo. The Basoga are the eastern neighbors of Baganda. They are located between Lake Victoria and Lake Chiyoga, which is the present district of Kamuli, Jinja, and Uganda. The Basoga were disunited people. They could not unite even in the face of common enemy. This explains when incessantly prone to foreign influence, first from Bunyoro and later from Buganda. The language of Busoga is Lusoga, which is approximately closer to Luganda. The Basoga is one of the tribes in Uganda, and their population is 8% of total Ugandan population. The Basoga believed in the existence of spirit world. They called the supreme being Lubale. In Busoga, each clan had land, and the clan head was responsible for the clan's land. The land cannot pass ownership from one clan to another. Bachiga. The Bachiga people are located in northern Rwanda and southern Uganda. They are sometimes called as Chiga or Chiga, with eyes either K-I-G-A or C-H-I-G-A. The Bachiga people are great examples of tribes that follow and still practices many of their old traditions today. The Bachiga lived in clans which has chiefs who is not supposed to marry outside his clan. The Bachiga speak a Bantu language called Ruchiga. The Bachiga are very hospitable and enjoy the privilege of having a mixed language. They believed in Ruhanga, the creator of all things. The important cults were Nyabindi, the spirit of much respected rainmaker. Bachiga was mainly agriculturist and kept less livestock than other pastoralist groups. They grew sorghum, peas, millet, sweet potato, vegetables, and beans. It is still considered good manners for visitors to join family eating a meal without invitation. The Bachiga were producing beer from sorghum and still do the same. The main instruments they use are omukondere, trumpets, endingidi, fiddle, enanga, and engoma, drums. The Iteso tradition relates that they originated in Sudan and moved to the south over a period of centuries. They presently live in the Teso sub-region in the present district of Amurai, Soroti, Kumi, Toro, and Busia district. Feel the tradition of Uganda people. The major food crops are sorghum and finger millet. Women grow vegetables in the garden and gather various wild foods, mushrooms, and flying ants as delicacy. The age graders, known as a trio, provided the basis of military organizations. The war leaders were called Aruwoko, and the army was called the Ajore. They have three types of births among the Iteso: single child, twins, and spiritual birth. The spiritual birth was said to be in the form of air or water. The newborn baby would be initiated into the clan by conducting a ritual ceremony called a tare. The Iteso did not regard death as a normal consequence. Death was attributed to ancestral spirits and witchcrafts. Langi. Langi people live in Lango sub-region, north of Lake Kyoga. The Lango is one of the tribes in Uganda, and the language of the Langi is Luo. The tribal symbol of Langi is rhino. Lango people had a government before British rule. The Lango government was elected through clan chiefs with the authority of people over their clans. Pre-colonial education was both formal and informal. Children were taught by their mother or siblings majority and how to address their relatives and respect their people. Boys were taught by their fathers or male relatives. The girls were taught by the mothers or female relatives. Games, folk stories, myths, proverbs, and riddles played an important role in Lango education. Chiefs were hereditary in some clans. Acholi people are the ethnic group from the district of Agago, Amuru, Guru, and Magwe from South Sudan. The Acholi are the Rua people who are said to have come to northern Uganda from the area now known as Bahel Gazelle in South Sudan. The Acholi language is Western Nilotic language classified as Luo. Acholi is one of the largest tribes in Uganda, and the population is over 2 million. The traditional dwelling places were satura huts with high peak, furnished with a mud sleeping platform. They were skilled hunters using nets and spears. They kept goats, sheep, and cattle. The Acholi recognized two distinct birth customs, namely the normal birth and the Ajok annual, godly birth. Acholi believed in a supreme being called Joko. The shrine for Joko was called as Abilia. The Acholi sing about every incident, but some of the songs refer to well-known incidents in the past. The Bagisu. The Bagisu live mainly in Mbale district of Uganda and the slopes of Mountain Elgon. They have no tradition of an early migration from anywhere. They assert that their ancestors were called Mundu and Sera. The main and unique social customs of Bagisu is male circumcision. The Bagisu are known for the fearsome and aggressive and strength by the neighbors. Their person who is uncircumcised is not allowed to marry a Mugisu woman. The language they speak is Lumasaba. The tribe was divided into clans, 2 or 3 around Mbale. Rugubara. The Rugubara tribe are the ethnic group who mainly live in the West Nile region of Uganda and the area of the Democratic Republic of Congo. They are settled agriculturists subsisting primarily by shifting whole cultivation. Marriage entails a substantial bride price in livestock or iron implements. Polygamy is the rule. The majority of the Rugubara still practice ancestral worship. They believe in Creator and Andro. They are people least affected by the modern changes in Uganda and maintains the strong sense of their own identity. The cultural symbol of the Rugubara is leopard. They are substantial farmers. Cassava is one of their staple foods. They grow millet, sorghum, legumes, pigeons, peas, and a variety of root crops. Marriage is forbidden between members of the same clan with man's or woman's mother close kin. Polygamy is male idea, but a third of a man having more than one wife. Uganda is a home of many tribes that speak different languages. Uganda has 54 tribes and about 9 indigenous communities that formally came to recognition. English is the official language of Uganda. Luganda and Swahili are widely spoken in most parts of the country. Uganda is also a home of mountain gorilla and the primates. So friends, one of these days, try to come and visit Uganda. Thank you for watching, and I urge you to subscribe to Uganda Masala.